should be live now in just any moment now. Give me a second there. Just concocting a roll up. That's what I'm doing. What are you saying though, man? 1 second there. 1 second. What the fuck? Shut the fuck up there. Right, cool. Just skip there. Cool. Everyone alright? Everyone alright? Morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy November. No, not November. Fuck that still anyway. But happy November. 1st November. New month, new price action. We start with the new month itself. We see how price unfolds itself. We got a new range to work out with. Well, we can use October's range to see how the lows and the highs and the mid, the monthly open, that kind of stuff we're looking at. We got two important key levels to work on. We got the monthly open, that's key number 1, which is a high time frame level, and we got weekly open to actually work out. So we're gonna mark that on our charts. I'm gonna work this out and how can we actually let price unfold in its own way. So it's gonna be an interesting month. So I don't know if you guys, I don't know what your experience is in terms of cryptocurrency and trading itself, but for those that was here in 2018, we experienced, right? So obviously 2017 December was the mark of the BTC high. All right, that's when BTC went to 20k or 19.8k, depending on what the chart is. There's a bit of a variance, about $200 or whatever shit like that. And then what happened was we had a bear market, a full-blown bear market from February, because obviously alts were popping in January for a whole month. We had 4 weeks of pump, and that was it. The keyword, 4 weeks of pump, which means if we are going to have a pump, we could have another 4 weeks of pump, which makes sense because we play on a monthly range to play upwards, right? Which we're going to talk about Bitcoin around that, in that aspect, and use that for what we're going on ahead. So, if we have 4 weeks of pump, let the alts run. Back then, right, when the alts, I missed the alt run. I generally missed the alt run. I didn't get in, I didn't get a proper, I didn't buy in at the bottoms and kind of thing like that. Because what happened with alts, they were doing a 3 to 4x, right? It's good to have a morning cigarette. It's my second one, to be honest, anyway. So it's a lie to say it's my first one. But yeah, so alts were running like at that time in April 2018, they were having a 3 to 4x move. So when they were popping out of nowhere at that time, I was like, this is the beginning. Like when I, obviously I started trading in 2017, 2018, lost a huge chunk of money. 2018 April, this is all new to me. But a bear market rally was very new to me. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I got suckered into it again with the idea that we're gonna go up, up, and up. I thought this was it. This is the rally. And then what happened is after April, well, history told us we went back to 3K. Okay, so looking at using the same concept, this is just a bear market rally. The market, right, hasn't changed. Nothing has changed in terms of any bullish scenarios as a macro bullish. There's a difference. So you can have a bias of having a macro bearish or macro bullish, whichever the bias you may be. In this instant with crypto, it's macro bearish. Everyone can agree it's macro bearish. It doesn't mean there's always going to be short. Because what happens is, just like in any chart, you have price that goes up, right? And then you have a retest and it breaks down. Goes back up, retest, breaks down. But in actual fact, it's just a range-bound environment. That's what it was doing. It's a range-bound environment, okay? And the same thing is that we're doing the same thing. We're using a particular range, which is, in my opinion, I believe is July's range we're using. So, which is the high, I believe is at 24K. I was against the idea at first, to get to 24K. But from a range bound perspective, it makes sense. It completely makes sense to play from range low to mid range, and at 21.7K. We'll see how we react there. We reclaim the mid range at 21.7, then we shoot for 24K. So we're still working level to level. Once we get to 24K, then it becomes an all important range. Do we break above it and smash and hold that 24K, and then go up to 28? We don't know. 26, then 28K. Or is that a deviation? Do we do a bit of a deviation, start breaking down, get back below 24K, and we got to ask ourselves the key important word, the key important statement. The fuck you doing back in the range? Because if you're breaking out, you shouldn't be coming back in the range. A quick retest of 24K, or maybe inside 23 and a half K, around those numbers. I'm making these numbers up anyway. So a quick retest of 23K, 23 and a half K is one thing, but it has to be very, very quick. We shouldn't stay in there. If we start closing into it, going up to 24K to range high, start finding resistance, and we're breaking down, showing bearish price action. And what that means, it's over. Start selling your bags. So this most likely to me, in my opinion, is the last chance where you're going to get out your bags. It's your last chance. If you haven't learned from the start of 2022, when market was bearish, now's the time to actually use all that, the last 10 months, 10, 11 months of pain that you guys have felt. That 10 months of pain, do not forget it. Do not forget it. Take your profits. It's super, super important to take profits. There'll be a time to buy back in. Now's not the time. We all remember one thing. We all know that we are coming to the bull run. The Bitcoin halving is happening in 2024. That's a fucking year and a half away, man. It's not today. It's not tomorrow. It's not next week. It's a year. We've got 18 months or so. 18 months away for us to rebuy. So there's no point to start thinking, yeah, we're going to do 60K. Don't suck it into it. Don't fall in for all this bullshit. It's all bullshit. Trust me, it's all nonsense. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it until, if it starts showing us bullishness and we reclaim 28K and we start showing bullish price action, it's a different story. Then yeah, fine, we play it level to level. We'll keep playing level to level. It's always a level to level game. It always is. It's never proven to be any other thing. Even in a bull market, it's still a level to level game. Yes, I agree. In a bull market, there's fundamental analysis, but it's like in the bull market, everything pops. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. In bull market, everything pops. There's no such thing as there's a lag behind anything, right? Everything's a buy. Shit coins, meme coins, freaking majors, mids, low caps, everything, DAOs and the freaking, NFTs, the lot, they all start fucking popping left, right, and center, and they have some crazy runs. But we are not in that same environment. We're in a different environment where the market is terrible. We got quantitative easing. We've got the Feds. Remember this. The Feds are still putting hikes. They're still putting hikes. Whether it's 50 BPS, 75 BPS, or 100 BPS. I don't give a shit. Nor should you. Well, to an aspect you should do. But in terms of a trading perspective, for me, trading the ranges and trading the levels, right? I don't care. I don't really care about what happens next. I just know I have my set levels of targets. I'm going to work these levels up level to level until proven otherwise. Once we break out that level, we'll work out what the new level is. Okay, so that's my little advice to you guys, to make sure you take profits. Saying about that, did anyone get into Doge? Doge, fucking out. I told the guys in DCC, I got in literally bang on at 12 cents, just under 12 cents, and I said to them, I'm jumping in. I got my invalidation level. I think my invalidation for me was a bit wider. For me, I was happy to lose around 10.5 cents as well. I was happy to cut the trade. It was a spot buy. I didn't do a leverage trade, honestly. Some of the guys in the crew did some leverage trade on Doge. I didn't get into leverage as well. I put a spot buy in there, and it rallied the fuck up. You hit about, I think it's 16 cents we got to. Let me have a quick look at it. Just under 16 cents, right? So we got to 15.8 cents. And we smashed it up there. Most of the guys in the crew actually got into it as well, so which is really, really good. Shib was the same thing as well. It's all popping up as well. I mean, thank Elon. Elon, smoke a cigarette in your name, Elon. Right? If it wasn't for his tweet, obviously the tweet pushed it up. But then again, what are you gonna talk about? You can't say oh yeah, it was bound to happen. Yeah, it was bound to happen, but it just so happened you sometimes need a bit of a catalyst, and the catalyst for the Doge run was that tweet from Elon. Now I'm not looking for targets of $1 or whatever. I'm still working on Doge on a level to level basis. I'm looking for about approximately a 2x move, just under a 2x move on Doge for me to take major profits, and I'll see what happens next. Okay, so now let's carry on. Now let's start the show. Actually, I mean, I don't know, give you a word of advice and whatever. It's been 10 minutes into it. Let's get cracking. So shout out to who do we got here? We got Madcat Pat. Morning to you, Derry. How you doing, my brother? Crash Bandicoot gang. Love you, bro. We got Cryptique. Hola. We got Voodoo. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Guna's in the house. We got Gandalf. We got Dean Suleiman. Happy to have you here as well. Hugh Janus is here too as well. Thomas, morning to you too. Hope you're doing well too. Michael Caffrey, hold tight, man. Like Mike has joined the chat. Let's get the party started. 100%. Let's do that, man. Let's do that. We got Joe Crate in the house, morning to you too. As smash the like buttons. Yeah, that's it. That's an important thing as well. Forget the Doge, innit? You gotta smash the like buttons, right? Show me some support, show me some love by hitting the likes. It helps me, helps the algorithm as well. And the more we get this, the channel going, the more subscribers we get into this channel, when it comes to the bull run, it's your benefit really. It's going to be your benefit, because when we start talking about alts and stuff like that, and we start making plans here and there, there's going to be a massive wave of number coming into the channel who are going to be buying our alts, which we're going to be buying up the lows, and that will help us. That's how it works. Unfortunately, like, there's winners and there's losers. Here, we're winners. We're always going to be winners, inshallah. So we got Jordan Doherty. Yeah, number 99. Fucking hell. I was thinking about the same thing as well when I was actually doing the thumbnail. I'm like, raw, I did 99 shows of this motherfucker. This is mad. So thank you so much for all you guys, man. You guys have given me a lot of support. So shout out to all you guys there. GP's in the house. Sorin, how you doing? We got Ed in the house. Walaikum salam, Habibi. We got Ning. Ning's in the UK. Ning's in the UK. Who else we got? Doge money rotates to higher risk ship. Yeah, Millionaire is not rotating to ETH probably. Yeah, that's why I said, like, for me, like, someone asked me in the chat a while ago, right? I think it's in the chat, and definitely asked me in the group that why would I not put money into BTC and Ethereum? But you can see why. You can see right now what's happening. BTC, the money rotates from BTC to Ethereum, Ethereum to alts, and it's just so happened it rotated to Doge. It fucking rotated to Doge. Who would have thought? A fucking meme coin. A fucking meme coin. This is fucking nuts. Oh shit, man. NR's in the house. Skin face is here. Hunter Hunt. I think Doge. I think top of Doge is in. It's hard to say. I don't think so. If BTC and Ethereum shows bullishness, then the top of Doge is not in yet, because Doge will continue to flow and flourish a little bit more before we get a top. I'm looking for around 21.4 cents ish. That's what I'm looking for. I will do a chart on that on the PAY as well. We got Kep in the house. Thank you so much for that, Azaz. But Woof motherfucker. Fucking hell. It's been a good start of the month, actually. A really good start of the month. So let's get cracking into the PA. So what we're gonna do first? Let's do dollar index. Dollar index is first. Dollar index. Still playing within the range of this range, this high here in particular, and this low here. Ignore all the bullshit over there. And literally, let me, if I were to delete all this stuff, right? Fuck, what happened there? I mean, the start of the month, right? It's off here, right? So let's not phase dollar index. Let's not. I mean, we got FOMC tomorrow, so be very careful there. I don't think we're gonna break out of this range just yet. This range over here, I don't think we're gonna break it out yet until FOMC. If FOMC shows, the right move in particular. But let me just draw these lines here, so you can just focus on just this price action here, right? Keep it nice and simple. Let's not go overcomplicated. Tomorrow, right, in preparation to FOMC, we will start looking at, what's the potential move that can happen and how do we play this left, right, and center. Okay, it's going to be a bit tricky with FOMC because that's when you get massive volatility, massive volatility. So we remove this, right? What do we have here? So we got a range high, right, from this swing high and this swing low. And then we got the mid range. It makes all sense there. Deviation, finds resistance, deviation, does a stop run, sells it off. Finds resistance, sells off to range low, takes out the stops there, does a deviation, holds above it now, right? So now is the key bit, right? We've got this bit here, this inefficiency here, right? I'm not convinced that we're ready to go lower yet. You know why? Because you see this high over here to this low there. This is what we call the inefficiency. It's that little gap here. We've still got this to fill out. If I were to use the two candles in particular over here, these two up candles, even then we don't even fill it out properly. It's not a clean retest. So I'm not prepared to think, yeah, dollar index is ready to break down. It's the start of the fucking month, man. Start of the month. Let it do its thing. We got the monthly open. Mark out the monthly open, which will be around, I think it's about here. This is the monthly open. You're telling me if dollar index is going to go down, just think about it logically. Just logically sense, right? What monthly candle do you see that's like this? Right? Oops. What monthly candle do you see that's like that? You're telling me we got like a tiny ass wick over here, just there, and then have a fat Daink candle. It doesn't work like that. So we're gonna have some choppiness with FOMC coming inbound tomorrow. I can see, even if we play around here, I can see a spike up, right? Come back into this bearish retest over here, bearish order block, break down, fucking sell it back down, back to range low, and then once we lose this fucking low, happy days. We could do a stop run and come back right into this basic consolidation. We could well do that tomorrow. Let me show you. You see this area consolidation right here? This is an area consolidation where we consolidated, come back down, come back into it. So come back down, come back into it. Come back down, come back into this consolidation. Then we sell off. So we could well, instead, not only just bring that fucking box back up. Not only can we just go into there, right? We could well come up, take out the stops, come back up, spike into this area one more last time, then break down below the mid-range and then get below this box, and that's your short to play it back down with a stop loss there. That's your new invalidation to play it back down to range low, and then from range low we see what happens. Do we hold support and carry on going up higher? We don't know. But or do we finally break down, lose this low here, find resistance, and then we sell off? We don't know. These are all the plans we have to be in preparation for FOMC tomorrow. Anything can happen. We've seen FOMC whiplash the motherfucker out of it. It's like Indiana Jones. That's what it does. It's like FOMC is the Indiana Jones of freaking charting, right? So with FOMC coming tomorrow, are you keeping your swing position open? Yes, I am. The swing positions, I'm happy to leave them open until proven otherwise. If you start breaking down, I'll cut the trade. So I've got a few swing positions that I talked about. For example, I'm in DOT, the swing position. I'm in ENJ. Was it ENJ, I think, or something like that? There's a number. I did them yesterday as well, briefly. There's a few more that I've got into as well in terms of swing position as well. I will keep them open until proven otherwise. Start breaking down and I cut it. So FOMC, we're gonna get these massive ass spikes. So the advice I have to you guys is two, right? Because we got FOMC coming in tomorrow, which means we're gonna have massive volatility around FOMC, which is about what time? Let's have a look. What time is FOMC? Let's have a look. Tomorrow, Wednesday, it is at 6 o'clock at the UK time, 6 o'clock UTC. Okay, so I'm in preparation for that. So from now to 6 o'clock UTC, short-term trading, little day trade here, scalp there, here and there, and whatnot. I'm not looking for swing positions. Let FOMC get out the way. Whenever FOMC comes out, the numbers come out. I don't really care if it's 50, 75, 100, whatever. I just want to see what the price action is. If we, like I said, if we come back into the area that we talked about, which is right here, whether we come back into this, let me change the color. Whether we come back into this block or this block, I don't care. Whichever it comes down, once we find resistance, start breaking down, and I've got my trigger, I'll take the shorts. I take the shorts against I take the shorts on dollar index, take the long on everything, like for example Euro GBP, Euro USD, GBP USD. You got BTC USD, ETH USD, Alt USD, all that kind of shit, right? That's what I'll be looking for. Until then, I'm gonna be a little bit careful. A little bit careful. I'm in some swing position in particular, and leaving them as it is. But I'm just waiting out for what happens tomorrow. So I don't know, right? So interesting enough, right? Looking at this price action, we could do anything here today. Today, we could come back right off this low. This area here, come back here, and just ping pong off this area, find support, hold it up there, show bullishness, and then start to make a move over here. And then tomorrow, right, with FOMC, do we come into here or do we come into here? But I am suspecting that there's a price action to, at a very minimum, to come into here. It just makes sense. It just makes sense from a price action point of view. Take out these highs over there, make more of a wick of the month itself, whether it's this wick and then play back down, or whether it's this wick and then play back down. I don't fucking know. But whichever the wick is, we're going to play it from there. So that's that, okay? So it's going to be a bit of consolidation. I don't think price action-wise is going to be quite interesting on BTC as much, because it's, you know, everyone's anticipating what's happening tomorrow, okay? On the contrary, Doge interim bottom may be in, yeah. Well, could well be. Madcap Pat saying the problem is all TAs fuck up. It's fucked up, man. When Elon posted a Doge in a winter outfit, yeah. Do you know what it is? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he does the same thing at Christmas. I wouldn't be surprised. But you know what it is? If he does that, he has influence. Let him do that. I bet you any money right now, if you guys had the power that Elon had, you'd do the same fucking thing. I know I would. I'll pump my bags. Yeah, it's wrong to say that, but I would be happy to pump my bags. I mean, financially, it's not pumping my bags. I'm happy to post my little dog Floki in a Twitter outfit and post it on Twitter. I'm happy to do that because it's my dog. You know, if you had a dog, that's the correct term, not pumping, because SEC will be on my ass. I don't trade. There's nothing as financial advice. I gotta say that straight away off the bat. It's not financial advice. We're all doing this for education purpose. It's all a bit of fun. But if you had a dog, right? And you were the most famous man, one of the most famous men in the world. Fuck yeah, I'll post a picture of my dog in it. Like, if I had a dog, I'd love to post a picture of my dog in it. And let's be honest, Dogs are better than cats, man. Cats are evil. I don't like cats. Cats will piss on your shoe. Happened to me before in the past. Fuck them. So let's any cat lovers, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to like say fuck them, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of like cats, I didn't like a cat once. I don't know, I went to my cousin's place, he had a new cat or some shit like that. The cat was just like growling at me and shit like that. I didn't do anything, right? It's a cat. And fucking cat pissed in my shoe in it. And I know it was pissed because the shoe was by the door where everyone's shoe is, and it smelled like cat piss. Fucking hell, man. Pissed in my fucking shoe, the bastard. But that's... Oh, he's animals for you. So, yes, let's talk about... Yes, what's going on here? What the fuck have I done here? Fuck, ban this shit. Why did I do that again? Oh, that was September's high. Yeah, okay, I see what I've done. What I've got here is September's rate. I was wondering what the fuck I've done there. I was like, yo, this is some funky voodoo shit in it. I didn't even know what's going on. Like, I'm marking on my own charts. I don't even know what the hell I've done. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? All right, cool. So this is September's high, September's low, mid-range. We're just going to talk about this briefly. As you can see, I'm using September's range itself because it's showing right now we're at mid-range, right? And we're holding it as support. Let me show you. Let me remove all this stuff so it doesn't confuse too many people there. All right. So you can see right there, clearly September's high, September's low, and yeah, we hold above it, do a bit of stop run, close up, find resistance 25%, come back down, find support, and off we go. Bullish market structure, we keep going up. We broke this market structure, we keep going up. And at the moment now, we're above the mid-range, so it's all good there. So this is really good for me. I'm quite happy, to look for longs. If we break out of this and hold above it, that's your confirmation, right? Well, this would be my confirmation for me. You can enter in like that, for example, to play it back into 25% range. And we discussed this yesterday. And then to play into this area here, for example, that would be it, squeezing it to range high. And then we'll see what happens next. Do we squeeze up to the macro mid-range, 2021's mid-range itself? Yeah, cats are stubborn. They're not cute, man. Have you seen one of them skinny cats? You know them fucking skinless cats? Like, not skinless, that's wrong. Hairless cats. They're ugly as fuck, man. That's my opinion. I think they're weird looking creatures, man. Evil looking motherfuckers, aren't they? But I swear to God, every villain in a movie had a cat like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't like cats. When I see cats, I feel like, ugh, it's like they give me the heebie-jeebies. So that's cats, man. I like the short cats. I love good dogs any day. Dogs are the best, man. Dogs are the best. A dog will always be happy to see you. Like the energy they have, the skinless cats. Fucking hell. But a dog, what's beautiful about a dog, right, is their energy is always the same. They're very happy to see you. You can walk through at the door. It's like, and you've gone to the shop for like 5 minutes, and you come back, and it's like they haven't seen you for the whole day. Then you can come back to a cat, and the cat just wouldn't give a shit, whip his tail at you, show his asshole, and then walk away. So yeah, dogs are loyal, man, and cats are. I didn't say mofos, you did. You said it, it's Vegeta. But I agree with you. Cats, I'm not a fan of cats. Like when my family got cats, I'm like, oh fuck, man, I don't want to go there. I tend to not go there. I try my best not to go there. But that's ES in terms of bullish play. If I were to, this is the 4 hours anyway. So let's narrow it down and see what we got. Let me delete this stuff, right? And let me bring up some levels, and let's focus on each level in particular, right? How do we do this and what we're looking for? All right. So we know we've got this particular area over here. You see this right here. This area in particular, that's acting as resistance. You see that? This is the last consolidation, right? Did a double top right there. Comes back down, takes out these lows, retests that block, and then sells off. And now with all we've done, we've come back and we'll retest it. Of course, we're going to sell off. We'll come back to it, retesting it. Now this, right? The thing is, right, if it was to be bearish, right? If it was to be bearish, what I would like to see, I wouldn't start, you can short it. I'm not saying you can't. You can short it. There's no problem with shorting it. But, you can put a stop loss over here to play it back down, for lower prices into this area here. Now, I'm not too comfortable to start taking shorts just yet, because if the market's going to be bullish, right, I don't even know what's going to happen. FOMC is coming in tomorrow, so I wouldn't want to start shorting it just yet. I'm in a position where I like to see more of a long-term game, a confirmation game, right? This will be my confirmation. Once I lose this low, find resistance off it, then I can sell it off then, right? I'm happy to take there but I'm not going to enter in shorts just here. Like, I agree, it is bearish at the moment until we reclaim and hold above it, do something like this. Then we can go for these highs for 25% of the range, goes into this area in particular, and then squeeze to range high, and then we'll see what happens there. Do we break above? Do we, and go higher, or do we come back down? We don't fucking know, right? So I'm looking at little things like this. So I'm just being a little bit cautious there. So we'll see what happens, how this works out there. I mean, I can expect price to come back down over here. And again, with FOMC, I would not be surprised. Again, with FOMC, let me just... Oh, what the fuck? This is so fucking low. There we go. No, there we go. That's better, right? With FOMC, speaking about a spike if we're anticipating a potential spike on the upside on Dixie, I can anticipate a spike on the downside on whatchamacallit, the ES. So I've got this particular high here, which was a pivot, right? That's in the SR. So we got resistance over here, resistance. We come back up, hold it as a deviation, and we haven't really retested it. So I would be quite happy, right, to see price do something like this. Take a short here actually, right? Aggressive short with a stop loss above there, and then play it back down to target 1. Because this is a range bound environment from here to there, and then we'll see how we react. Maybe come back down there, and then with FOMC spike back down, come back into here. He might come back deeper into this. I don't really know if it's deeper pullback, but once it reclaims and hold bullish market structure, reclaim that mid range. Let's carry on going, and let's play back up to this range of this block itself. Once we reclaim and hold above it, fucking let's go. Off we go, and that's a potential move for tomorrow of FOMC. I would not be surprised by that. I'm anticipating a pullback. And then this could be the wick of the month. Then we have the body of the candle, and then let's do the the body itself and show a potential bullish move. Does that make sense, everybody? All right. So that's ES. That's what I'm looking for. So being a bit cautious about it. See what happens there. Let's go BTC. What's BTC saying? BTC, right? Let's just mark out this. What's key about this? We're playing Monday's range. Okay. We got Monday's high and Monday's low. Right, nothing too complicated about this, nice and simple and whatever. Now we're holding above the mid-range, right, which is quite interestingly enough. Well, I'm quite happy about that. This particular low is acting resistance. We're now finding a support. It looks like we're gonna take out Monday's high. To me, it looks most likely we're gonna take out Monday's high, come out into this area of consolidation. If you see right here, this is the area of consolidation, and it just makes sense. Take out the highs there, and I'll be looking for a breakdown over here. This will be my confirmation. Take shorts, right? You can do an aggressive stop loss there, or you can take a stop loss above the block itself or above the high. I think that's more convenient itself. To play back to mid range, play back down to 25%, and then take out liquidity of range low. And that's it. That's the trade itself. That's what I'm looking for, right? That's in terms of the bearish play. Looking at this price action here, okay? That's the bearish play. Bullish play, I can't really say much at the moment. I mean, I could probably narrow it down, which I probably will do in a second. I do want to have a look at this. Do I have a triangle? Not triangle. Do I have a trend line? We've got a bit of a trend line here. You can see this is kind of breaking above it. Do we come back up, retest this, do deep? I don't know. Do we do this, come back up like that, and then hold above it and do something like I don't fucking know. If it does that, if I'm in shorts, I'll be looking to cut my trade as soon as we enter back into the mid range and do show us bullish price action, because then we can play back up to Monday's high and then hold it above there, right? And then let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Where do we go? The next targets will be the 75. Ooh, what's the fuck's that? That's the mid range. Mid range of July. July's mid range, which is 21.7k. From 21.7k, then we'll see how we react over here. Now I don't care about this area here. If we show bullishness, fine. Let's go. Target 1, target 2. Target 1, target 2. That's fine. Let's do that. But in the meantime, I'm not too focused about that. It's FOMC. I'm just going to take it light and easy now. So now talking about light and easy, let's have a look on the 15 minutes, see what we get out of it. Right. So, funny enough, right, I took a short on Ethereum yesterday, anticipating the fill out of this void over here, right? This massive drop here, and it's done it. I got stopped out on that. I played it aggressively. I got stopped out of it. So that's a -1 on the loss yesterday that I took on Ethereum on a long. But looking at this, it did do it over the fucking Asia session, bastard. But never mind. Let's see what happens there. So it's a key point here. It's a very key point. You know, like if you look over here quite clearly, this is the area consolidation, right? Fuck it. Let's just do here. Just the whole thing here. You can see that it's an area of resistance before the massive drop there. So I'm anticipating a drop. So let it do its thing. If it wants to come into this area, even if it goes up to the high, like I said to you, comes back down, Then I can play it back down all the way to mid-range, play it to range low. Now, where would be the confirmation, right, using a trend line, that I could say, yeah, time to go shorts. So you see this, you see how it's grinding up here, and we keep retesting this so many fucking times? That's not fucking strong, right? A strong move is up, come back down, up, and come back down, and then up, come back down, and then what is that? Fucking head and shoulders there. Then well, you're looking for strong moves up, bounces, and then you want to find PA like that. But when you have when you have price just grinding off this shit, right? And it's like it's like it's fucking trying to struggle. It's like it's struggling. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. I don't know what's going on over there. But if we come back up, right, do this thing over here, for example, loses this low here, comes back up here, lose this low over here in particular, then you can play it back to mid-range, 25% range, and then range low. And that's how we look. At any moment, if we find support, show bullish price action, I'll cut the trade and go for and look for longs once we reclaim the mid-range, because it's in the middle of nowhere, the mid-range is. So that's where we're at right now, and I think there's more probability. We are closer. When I say probability, look at this. We are closer to the range high than we are to the range low. So it would just make sense to take out Monday's high, and that's when I start looking for shorts. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'll be looking for shorts. If I want to narrow it down, I think I'll be looking for, let's have a look. Around, in particular, let's have a look. Yeah, I've got it here. You see this area here? This is the, that's not right. This area here, there we go. Well, this in particular is where I'll be watching price come into here, right? We do a stop run, whatever he wants to do. Once we get back below here, back into the range itself, gotta ask yourself, the fuck you doing back in the range? Play it back down 25% range, play it back down to mid, and then 25, and then low. I'm talking about a lot of shorts here, right? It's kind of crazy, but that's what we're looking for. So now we got that. Number one, before we even carry on, we actually I forgot something quite important, the weekly open. So let's mark out the weekly open. What's the weekly open at? Yeah, just above the weekly open. So not this one, trend line. Move it out here. Put that as orange. Text. Put it as weekly open. Alright. And then we've also got the monthly open as well. Monthly open is where? Right here, the elastic. So this is a monthly open. Put that as purple, so I know what the levels are. And text. Everyone follow me though? So now goes to 1 hour. See what happened. Now we've got something quite interesting. Let me just make this thinner so I don't confuse the two from one another. Okay. As you can see quite clearly, where are we coming? We're finding resistance off the motherfucking weekly open. So if we pop up, right, and do this, for example, and come back down, well, then this has given me the opportunity for me to enter a short, because it never gave me the opportunity to come back to range low, and I play back down to the mid range. See the mid range, come back down to the monthly open. So I'm just ping ponging it back and forth until proven otherwise. Remember, FOMC is tomorrow. We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. We're gonna have what the fuck? It's raining like a motherfucker outside. Can you guys hear that? Jesus Christ, man. I'm not going outside. Fuck that. Probably stay home, look at some charts, and then play some COD. Never mind. Morning, big man. How you doing, brother? I can see outside the window. Oh yeah, you can't really see out there. But oh, you guys see my beanbag? Let me just. I can't move it out. Ah, my beanbag in it. I got a massive motherfucking beanbag there, right? And I just chill there. Like I got my laptop and I'm just there, just on Discord and shit like that. It's like a proper chill out zone over here. But it's raining hard here. Anyone who's actually in the UK, I don't know. Like, just stay safe, man. It's fucking winters here, isn't it? But yeah, like I was saying, when I want to see that, it's connected to the fucking cable. I can't pull the cable out, and it's just long. But take my word for it, Vegeta. Thanks for the weather warning, Daink. Blue sky further north. Oh, is it? Where you at, big man? Like freaking Manchester, because Manchester's always raining like a motherfucker there. Always raining. Every time I've been to Manny rains like no tomorrow. The one time it never rains when I was 18, right? I went down to go see my boys over there at the Metropolitan Manchester thing. Oh, you're not in? You're not. Mm. Shout out to Nottingham University. I've always had some great times over there, especially the clubs over there. Not in Notts are fucking mad. Best place though, Leeds. Leeds have had the maddest moments in the UK. Leeds have always been one of the craziest places I've been. Manchester's been fuck off. Get the fuck out of here, Vegeta. I'm joking. Coming into summer in Australia. Oh damn man, I need to hit Australia then. Bit of sun in the sun in London. Not for long, Guna. Not for long. Right, so let's so I'm talking about playing shorts, playing the short stop loss over here. That's the deviation of the range, and then we play it back down. We found resistance off this low itself in particular, which will make sense. Play it back down, resistance up below the weekly open, and then we can play over here. So well, mid-range to monthly open. That's what we're doing. And if we find support off this, reclaim and hold above it, well, that's just a deviation of the mid-range. We play it back up to weekly open, and then see if we can squeeze back up there and play it level to level. That's all we're doing. All right, nothing else. Quick scalp, and ping pong the motherfucker back and forth. You know, we're that kind of shit. That's all we're doing in it. Like, do you know when you're drilling a girl, really hard, and the headboard's going bang, 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 bang. That's what we're doing here. That's all it is. We're just drilling the fucking charts until it's over. Till it's over, then we find the next play to play out. That was fucked up. So sorry about that. That was a really fucked up analogy. How the fuck am I going to use that analogy for anything as well? Especially when young kids are watching this as well. Don't know if there's any kids around, but maybe don't let your kids listen to this shit. You know, I'm just saying I should do a warning beforehand. It's not for kids. It's not a kids show. And also, if you're a kid, you shouldn't be learning how to trade. So that's the thing. You're too young. Go to school. Stay in school, right? Don't go to prison. Don't do drugs. That kind of stuff. But yeah, let's get back in. Been to Leeds, very complex. Yeah, Leeds is blessed, man. But you know what? If the nightlife in Leeds is the best one in the UK, I've never had a nightlife in anywhere else as good as Leeds. Headphones been broken in neighbours this day. Yo, Ed knows what the deal is. Ed knows what the deal is, isn't it? Ed's done, has apparently he's gone through a lot of beds in his days. Well, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just messing. I'm messing. Fuck it. Let's go. I want to get off sidetracked here. Sorry. Yeah, that's all we're looking at for BTC. That's it. I'm not looking for anything crazy. If it comes back up and it shows bullishness, then like I said, we play the bullish play. If it comes down here after FOMC or tomorrow, for example, and it does something like it comes back down, let's just say, because we have a range man environment here. What's the range? This is the range high, and that's the range low, I'd say. No. Just use this low here. This low in particular, all right? Makes sense. Why? Because we got support here, resistance here. So we are in this area here. Now, if price decides to come back down, like we're shorting it, 25, range low, and then from there we do something like this, come back down, do a wick, hold support. For this, I'm happy to take the long, right? Whatever the fuck it wants to do below the monthly low, let it do its thing, right? Because I wouldn't short this yet. I wouldn't short this. Honestly, I wouldn't short this. What I'll be happy to do is play it back up. Play it back up. Confirmation over here. Play it back up to 25. Monthly open, mid-range, go to weekly open, and then squeeze it back up there because we're taking out the liquidity there. But we're going to see how we do liquidity here, which is going to be interesting because what I'll be looking for from a 5 minutes, I ain't gonna lie to you, if this was like a 1 minute scalp, I'm just trying to find it doesn't look good. This price action I've seen on a 5 minute scalp, I've seen this many times. It's one of my favorite scalps to take a short on, Let me show you. Like when I say take a short, I mean like a 20-yard short. You guys have seen it happen, and I'm quite happy to do the same thing. Like FMC maybe. Okay, you guys ain't gonna like it, but yo, pirates in the house. What you saying? Good pirate. Bro, you're a great greetings. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Georgie. Appreciate that. Hads Hivachev. Is it Hads Hivachev? I hope I'm saying it wrong. If I'm saying it incorrectly, apologize for that. I don't mean to be disrespectful to you, but I think greetings from the UK. Hope the Bulgarians are good. I think shout out to the Bulgarians, man. I worked with some Bulgarians in the past, man. Bro, these motherfuckers are hard-working fuckers, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. These guys, you don't mess about with them. They're sick guys. They're hardcore sick guys. Let me move this to the side. I'm just gonna talk about something, all right? Now I'm gonna fuck off. I'm gonna talk about this chart here, all right? As a scalping perspective, right? So we know, right? Before I carry on, I'm gonna show you something. So we discussed on several occasions that we were playing in a range which was back down here. Okay, where's the 19th of September? Here we go. That's the 19th. No, that's 17th. That's the 18th. That's the 19th. That's the stop run. That's the okay. Cool. Fine. So we were playing in this particular range, right? As a short, I'm quite lenient on this area here from a trader's perspective, right? From a trader's perspective, I'm not to say that I'm bearish, right? But as a trading perspective, I'm quite lenient for a full ass retest over here. Why? Consolidation leads to a breakout, retest, expansion. Okay, makes sense. That's the typical way of how price tends to be. Sometimes we have consolidation, we have an expansion. Sorry, it's consolidation. We got a breakout, retest, and then it comes back out. Then it goes back into consolidation. That happens. So price works in four ways: consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. But sometimes we can do consolidation, breakout, retest, and then consolidation, right? Or we can do consolidation, breakout, consolidation, then breakout, retest, expansion. So these are the kind of cycles that we tend to play, right? So I'll do the explanation in the future, but that's the gist of it. If you want to go back, try and imagine what I'm saying, or rewind it back and so on. But that's what the way the price is working. So it looks like I'm be quite happy for a retest here, right? We wouldn't want that. Of course we wouldn't want that. Everyone wants to be bullish. Everyone wants to go up. But we wouldn't want that. But I'm saying to you, from a trading perspective, that is a very high possibility. You cannot rule that out, which means at the moment, so we've done, like I said, consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. And I'm saying consolidation. It could be a breakout, consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. That's very, very possible. I'm not saying it's not impossible. Oops, fuck off. Which means if we start to mark out our range, that's the range which we discussed not too long ago. This is where price is range bounding in this area here. We could come back to the mid range, lose this mid range, find resistance, come back to range low, and then do a deviation, which is a retest of this motherfucking range, a deviation, and come back and hold above it, and that's your long to play back to mid range, and then play back to range high. And then when we break out of it, when we're ready to break out, then that's it. And that's just the consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion, right? That's one way. Or the other way, which is, let me delete this. This is some alpha motherfucking shit I'm giving out to you guys, man. Smash the motherfucking likes, man. Don't let me down like this. Or we can do consolidation, breakout, consolidation, right? Hold above it, get back up there, come back here, breakout, retest, and expansion. That's a very possible way. I'm not ruling any ideas out, but I've seen this price action happen a few times, so I'm quite lenient taking a massive, like a short on this, right? On a 1 hour short, I'm quite happy to do that as well. So let me try and break this down to what am I talking about. So I need some levels first. Number one, let me bring this up there. I'm gonna need this like so. Yeah, that's it. So where's the 19th of November? 19th of November's high is right over here. Cool, done. Now I'm going to show you a little trick now, okay? So just know this. This in particular, no, I don't like this. I need it like that. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Let's find the 19th again. The 19th high is right here. I'm going to show you a mad ass trick here. A mad motherfucking short, right? So don't show anyone, right? I need to do the whole thing. Fuck off. 1 second. There, and then that's it. Okay, so we all know that black line is the 19th of November's high, that consolidation, the original consolidation. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something quite gangster now. This is where you'll be like, yo, what the fuck? So let's move this to the side. Now let me show you this, right? How we're going to short the market if we are going to short the market. This looks to me like distribution. Why? We did a stop run here. That's a stop run. We're finding resistance off this. We're coming down, break down, and we're coming back into this area here, which is the mid-range between this high to this low. That's what we're looking at. Everyone agrees in this, right? The highway U-turn pattern, yeah. Somebody just posted a while ago, 90.6k. I thought I would put a long on ship. Turns out I'm on fucking Doge. Yo, did you hold that Doge on yesterday that we talked about? What's going on, yo? How you doing, brother? Morning to you. Doge things getting out. Yeah, that's crypto for you, isn't it? Doge is one of those ones that I wouldn't phase. And we discussed this in the group that it's definitely one that we'll be looking to accumulate coming into 2023, 2024, that kind of area. That's when we're definitely looking to accumulate, ready for the next pump, and whatnot. You got in again this month. Good on you. That was a fucking mad ride there on Doge there. So, oh yeah, so what was I doing? So we're looking at this low here, right? And then price can well play over here, there, and then come back down here. This is the range bound environment. We can see it's a range bound environment. But looking at ranges, right? And let me just make a different color, right? Just so we don't get the two confused. Looking at ranges, right? We can say that if this is range high and this is range low, we know price works in a particular way. In what way? Well, we play from low to mid, mid to high, high to mid, mid to low, low to mid, mid to high, high to mid, mid to looking for low, right? Well, we can't say that just yet. We're pushing back up there. So I'm again, like I said, you couldn't start shorting it just yet. But what I would like to see is a particular area where price were to come, right? I'm going to show you this, guys. You see this area here? This particular area here. This is where I like price to come. FOMC can give us this. Let me just change the color on that one. I'm going to use red. This particular area here. I'm quite happy, right? If I were to draw the mid-range again, which is approximately around here, right? Around here. I'm quite happy for price to come back up, right? Let it do its thing. I'm not in any longs at the moment. If it comes back down here, fine. Take the longs. You can play the longs all the way back up. We've got Monday's range and whatnot. Monday's high comes up to around here. I think this is Monday's high, isn't it, right? So this is Monday's high. We take out Monday's high, which makes sense. Take out Monday's high, right? Wicks into this area of consolidation, right? Whether we come back up, I don't care. Whether it comes up there or whatever. But the moment we come back down, right? Get below Monday's high. That's my aggressive thing along. Invalidation is here. I'll probably put my stop loss here, depending on what the price actually is. Play it back to the mid-range. And I'm going to hold it back down, right? To range low. And then squeeze it back to this 19.7k. This all-time high. And from there, I'll front run the whole thing. I don't care about this bit here. I'm going to front run it here. And that's it. That's the trade there. So looking at that, right? If I were to mark out a scenario from this, right? Let's say a short position from here. Stop loss above there, right? Playing it back down to range low. That's a 12-hour move. You telling me you can't fucking make a 12-hour move off this? You know what I'm saying? It's possible to make 12-hour moves. They don't come all the time. 27 hours I've done and whatnot. You guys have seen it. The guys in the group have seen it as well. And I've called it out when I've taken the shorts. I've called it out and I said, man, this is my targets here. And I've just monitored. I stayed overnight and just monitored the whole shit in case I have to actually take profits or cut or whatever. But what I do, I tend to actually bring my stop loss aggressively and whatnot. And in positions like this, I don't really compound. Like, because it's such a fucking good move. I just leave it, man. Why am I going to compound this? Like, how much do I need to compound out of it? A 12-hour move, if this happens, you know, you can't go wrong. It's a 12-hour move. You risk $100, for example, you made $1,200, right? You risk $1,000, you made $12,000. You know, you risk $50, you just made $600. So you just made that off of one massive ass move, which just helps you fund your trading account. What are you saying, Kirusu? How you doing, brother? Short-term head and shoulders on Doge. What's Doge saying? Did Doge drop to something? Oh, 14 cents. That's fucking, it's alright, man. It's a fucking pump, man. Nothing to worry about. Just delete this for a second. Yeah, just going back to the 25% range. I'm not too fussed about this. Let it hold up there. Come back up. I mean, whether it comes into this area here, back into as a retest, and holds above it, and then let's go back to 16.7 cents. And that's the mid-range. We'll talk about that in just a second. I'm not stressed. No need to stress. But I got in, like, as soon as I got in, which was around 12 cents, I literally got in around here itself. And I said to the guys, I was like, yo, I'm jumping in. And obviously we had a bit of a deviation, whatever, and we stepped back up, and I'm in profits there. So I'm quite happy about that. From 12 cents to this move. Let's have a look. Where's the fucking ruler? To here. 20% move. I mean, I'm not really fussed. Because I'm doing the stream at the moment. I'm in spot buy because I'm not in leverage at the moment. Are you in leverage? Oh, so you got a bit of a thing. I don't see us coming back down below here. I don't see us coming back down here. Into this area. I don't see that happening. Could have a fucking quick wick into here. But, you know, so bit difficult. Let me do the thingy. Because I'm doing the stream for the BTC. Otherwise, I'll help you on chart on Doge. But 50 minutes short. Yeah, it's all short term. But we'll see what happens. So, like I said, quite carefully. Where's the fucking... Where the fuck is it? There we go. I'm quite happy to make this move here. A 12-hour move. And watch me take this move. I'm quite happy. Where would I be wrong? if price, I'm not gonna have a limit order right here, right? I'm not gonna have a limit order just yet, right? If price gets up and holds above it, then trades off. Then we look for longs. I'm happy to look for longs because what I'm looking for is this here is a range bound environment. I'm gonna ping pong the fuck out of it till it's over, till we fucking smash it out the net, right? Hit the get the point, and then move on to the next one, and see what happens because price is always in a range. It's never gonna fucking change. It's never gonna change. Even if we make new all-time highs, there's a range bound environment that we're forming, right? The guys in the DCC, I've done the video on in terms of extensional ranges, the 0.15, 2s and stuff like that. That's what we're doing. That's all we're doing. It's another fucking range. So that's the view on BTC longs and shorts, and quite a major ass motherfucking shorts for a 12-hour move. You heard it from the Daink show. I'll give it to you guys. So you guys do whatever you want to do as well. At the end of the day, whether you take the trade, you take the trade. If you don't take the trade, don't come say to me like, oh, how do you make 12-hour move? I've just showed you how to make a 12-hour move from a range band perspective, where I'm looking for an extension of price. I mean, look, if price, for example, let's say I'm taking the short, right? I'm taking the short, right? And price comes into, let me delete this, comes into here, right? Into the mid-range. Does a bit of a deviation, stop runs these lows there, no problem there, and then starts reclaiming this mid-range. I'll cut the short, because what happens when we come back up, and if we retest this and find resistance, I'll play the short back down. It's just ping pong until it's giving up, and then all it is, price is playing within this range, this particular range here, until proven otherwise. If we get down below, fine, or if we get back above, fine, no problem. I'm not really fussed. Does that make sense there? Okay, so that's BTC. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, same situation. Nothing else has changed, and I think it's the same move. Do we get a 12-hour move? Do we get something like that? Let's have a look. I just want to have a look at that quickly before we carry on. You know what? Fuck it. We'll talk about it in just a second, right? I'm still in the long over here of this. This hasn't changed. I'm still in the long. I mean, right now I'm 3-hour move up there. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm gonna start working this out. I'm gonna start cutting the trade anyway. To be honest, reason being is because like we got FOMC. I would have preferred that we hit target at 1694, around $1,700. I would have preferred that we already hit that target there, but I'm not holding this during FOMC. I mean, it might not, because my stops was at break even, and I brought this over here at the moment. That's why I brought it out. So I'm gonna potentially I'm gonna look to cut the trade today. I'm not holding this out. I'm happy to cut the trade at 3R. Do you know what? Fuck it, let's just cut it now. Let's cut this now. I'll do it after stream. After the stream, fuck it. I can't cut trades in the middle of a fucking stream. That's fucking rude, that is. That's my manners. Alright, cool. What was accepted, sorry? So we got accepted. Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. Sorry. What's going on, Carl? How you doing, brother? Morning. Yeah, I'm doing well, man. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing a lot better than ever before. Any thoughts on the graph, GRT? I'll have a look at it. Well, I'll see if I got time. Yeah, I'm gonna cut thingy. Fuck. Speaking about this, let's see what the fuck we got. I'm gonna use this chart here in particular. Get a separate clean chart. Alright, so Monday's high. This is Monday's high right here, and this is Monday's low. Right, cool. That's blue. Same situation. Nothing's gonna really change. Right. So what I mean by that is, if I were to mark out the weekly open is on the 31st around 1 o'clock. That's the weekly open right here. So we found spot the weekly open. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna try and second guess it and whatever. The time zones change as well, isn't it? Right. So weekly open. Let's do this. That's the weekly open. Right. Put this as orange. Right. Fuck. Yo. Weekly open. Orange. And let's look at the monthly open because it's the new month as well. Right. Below the weekly open, no problem. There. And then make that as purple so I know what I'm looking at. Awesome. Now let's have a look at the 1 hour. All right, so what's happened there? So we got above the weekly open, you know. The weekly open just so happens to be mid-range on Monday's mid-range. That's where it is, all right. Okay, same situation, right? Do we go up? Right, so for long scenarios, I mean, look, we're happy as long as we, you know, well, we've retest. This is an area consolidation. We did a quick breakout in the 1 hour, retest, and do on 15 minutes. Probably makes more sense here. There we go. Right, so this is an area consolidation. Right here, there, to, let's say around here. All right, come back up and retest and hold above it. I'm happy to take longs, squeeze it up to 25% of the range, just a quick scalp, and then see if we can squeeze up to Monday's high. Once we take it at Monday's high, see what happens. We come back up, and this is the what's that? That's is that July's high? No, July's 75% of the range, and then from July 75% range, we come back up, break down, and then I'm happy to play it back down to 25% range, mid range, play back to monthly open, and then 75, and then range low. That's it. Keep it within Monday's range. That's what I'm looking for. Wouldn't look for longs just yet so easily. Again with FOMC, I'm looking for ping pongs. You know, I'm looking for literally for plays up and down. I mean, the clearer play is BTC in my opinion. If we get below the weekly open, to play it down to monthly open, because there's much more prices to play out there. But I wouldn't be playing Ethereum for this range bound environment. You know how I explained that we can play up to here, do this, and then do that, and then take longs, big scalp over here, back to weekly open on BTC. I wouldn't do that on Ethereum. That's my honest opinion. It's not my style of play. But we are stuck within Monday's range. I would have preferred, right, take out Monday's low, right, and then reclaim and then do something like this to play back up. That's what we could do. If we come back down, right, and take out liquidity on Monday's low, right, do his deviation, step back in, hold above it. This is my long. Play it back level to level as we go on and on. And that's what I'm doing, just playing it back and forth until it's giving up there. That's all it is. Looking at that major short, similar to how BTC is, we can do the same situation on Ethereum. So on the hourly. And I just want to see how much of a badass move. I think this is a much more of a badass motherfucking move in my opinion. 19th would be here, so that's the high. As you can see clearly, right? This was a range bound environment that we've been playing in, and that's all it was. That's all it was. You can see quite clearly. Price was capped in this for so long. Consolidation, breakout. Is this a consolidation, then breakout, and then retest expansion, or do we do consolidation, breakout, retest expansion? We don't know. If we get back into here, it's over. In my opinion, I think we'll go back down to range low. It's bad. It's really bad. I'm looking for shorts there. But if I want to take shorts, how do I play this? So I'm using the same principle. Let me show you this, right? Cool. Let's use that because it's right here. Where's the 19th? The 19th is right here. Okay, that's the high there. That's what we're looking for. Using the same principle, right? So we've got a range bound environment right here. We've got a range low. So here, and a range high. And you can see how price is coming into there. Resistance, 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 and it starts to sell off. Resistance, starts to sell off. It's making lower lows, right? Lower lows, lower highs. So there's bearish PA. We could get a quick wick into there and break down and play it back. Mid range would be approximately around here, right? A little bit higher. I think it's about here, around here. That's what it looks like. Mid range will be there. Play it back to mid range. Mid range, we'll see how we react. If we start losing this level there, find resistance, play it back down to range low. And then if we do this as a quick scalp, we can play it down without these inefficiencies over here. And that's the target there. But having that in mind, how do we play this? Quite similar to BTC, right? Like I showed you a 13-hour move. I think we get a very, very decent move here. Let me put this back up over here, right? So let me highlight this block, right? So you see this particular area here. Where is it? Where's my bucket? There we go. This particular area here. See how prices come into here. Let me do this properly. No, let's do it. Yeah, I was right. Let's do this. See how price consolidated in this area, break down, retest, come back down, retest, come back down. Any retest of this, come back down, right? So looking at this, right, similar, I'm playing it from here, right? We've got any retest of here, break down. This is your confirmation to play it back down. Where? Mid-range. From the mid-range, play it back down to range low. From the range low, we see how we react. If we hold support, we cut the trade because that's the end of that, because we're going to go up higher. Or if we decide to do a deviation on this range, or we don't even fucking know. If we come back down, like I said, play back down, we play back down into this area. So this area, this whole move here is a potential fucking sweet trade actually. Let's have a look. If I were to do same thing from here to, I'd say stop loss about here, play it back down to there. It's a 16R move. That's a 16R move. Now, I'm not saying that it will go down to range to target. I'm not saying the target would hit. I'm just looking for a retest, right? Then play back up, right? Because price could still come back into here, find support, and do this, and then I'll have to look at the trade. Does that make sense? And then it's not a 16R move. Then it'll be something like, I don't know, fucking, let's see here, an 8R move. Something, an 8R move, man. Who's gonna give you fucking 8R for free? No one's gonna give you 8R. No one's finding you 8R moves on Twitter or on YouTube or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's telling you buy now. I'm telling you, listen, you can play the market both sides. And then, until proven otherwise, just play the move up and down. I need another cigarette. So, yeah. Bro, I swear to God, I got so much energy. It's like I'm on cocaine, but I'm not. I've never taken cocaine in my life. That's what I can say, hand on heart. Never taken it, don't want to take it. Yeah. Take care of yourself, Pirate. Good luck with Doggo, Doge. Oh, sorry about that, thingy, Dairy. I agree, both ETH and Ethereum look like they were sweet Monday. So yeah, 100%, I agree with that as well. They got ETH for 4 hours. That's how I look at what ETH saying in 4 hours once again. Just making a quick ciggy. But otherwise, how you guys doing, man? How you guys enjoying your November now? I mean, like, can you believe it? Fucking Christmas is around the corner. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Appreciate that. I'm buzzing. Bro, like, it's the ADHD in it. I've been diagnosed. Well, I've never been diagnosed by the doctor officially. School diagnosed me, and then the doctor said that this is bullshit, and threw it in the bin, and that's what happened. I was never diagnosed with ADHD, but I do, looking back to it in the time. Yeah, 100% I've got ADHD. I do things I do, but I just learned how to manage it. It just shows you don't need all this bullshit, medication that doctors give you. It's all in the mind. It's like pain. Pain is scientifically is proven to be in the mind, because your pain threshold will be different to everyone else, because it's how much your mind can take before alarming your body, your body, and saying, yo, it hurts, get the fuck out of it as well. But everything is controlled. Depression, look, I can speak about it because I've actually suffered depression myself. Depression's in the mind. It's always in the mind, trust me. To get out of the depression itself, what I would always suggest is finding people, the right people. Like, look, you'll meet so many donkeys left, right, center. You meet so many horses and dogs and pigs and freaking everywhere, right? But when no one's really gonna know what you feel like, and no one's gonna know what you go through apart from yourself. It's not a disease, no. It's a brain thing. ADHD is it's your brain having a coping mechanism, just like fight and flight. For example, and go pharmacy on you, and all doctorate on you. For example, like if you get into a fight with someone, right? There's two options that happens, right? Someone like gets at you, so what? Like, you fucking talking about me, that kind of shit, right? And there's two things that's gonna happen. Number one, you fight and you stand up and you say, yeah, go suck your mom in it. Or two, maybe not suck your mom, but you stand up and you say, like, you will say something back to them, right? Or two, you just walk away. You walk away because you don't want to get involved in it. It's this fight or flight. That's how it is, and that's how majority of people deal with it. Now, ADHD is basically the mind is not able to recognize there's a fight or flight mode, because it's overpowering with so much neurons just exploding. Like the serotonin is off the scales. All the neurotransmitters are just popping left, right, and center, and that's what's happening. It's overpowering you, and then what happens is it shuts down. It shuts down, and then you have these little things where you act, where people say, oh, it's ADHD, where you're fidgety, like some people. A little cousin of mine, he's very fidgety. He's got this little stick, right? This little Game Boy stick as well, and he plays with it When I see him play with it all the time over and over again, I'm like, all right, yeah, that's his coping mechanism. There's something going on. Now it's my duty as his older cousin to say, okay, all right, let's take it down a step. Let's relax. Let's see what's going on and break it down. But it really is a coping mechanism. It's just that when I like, some people are fidgety, some people can't sit, they're moving a lot. It's because their brain can't recognize it very well to actually give that fight or flight. It's just the brain say, okay, shut down. That's it. And that's what it is. I learned recently there's a new pre-workout THC strength workout. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, is it? Human behavior volatility index 100%. 3D back in the day. Carnivore diet is good for. Is it? And depression. All right. Thank you for that. You guys heard it. Cook said it. Carnivore diet. If you guys ever feeling low or having any sort of down moments or whatever, carnivore diet. You know, it's good for ADHD and depression. Definitely worth trying it. And depression really is on the mind. It really is the mind. You gotta find something to cope with it. Because like when I was at the bottom, right, like years ago, like 2015, around 2015, 2016, that really suffered my lowest. And there was a very small handful of people, I can count my fingers, that was actually there. But I'm very grateful for them, 100%, and I owe them my life for that. But really, like, it's one person can say to you, yeah, it's gonna be okay, and that's not really what you want to hear. You don't want to hear it's gonna be okay. You know what, you want to find a solution, because there's a reason why you're in this mode of feeling down. There's always a reason. Like we have a reason why we feel down, a reason why we feel up. I feel up today because Doge's gone up. I'll feel down later. I'll be depressed if it fucking goes down to like 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yo, no stream no more, motherfuckers. But it's like, but it's really come down to you coping, whatever. Because like, for example, I listen to stories like my dad back in the days when he came to this country in 1989. He was away from his family, from his mum and dad, his brothers and sisters, all his best friends from school. Like he's away from them, and it was a very down moment. And what he did to cope with that depression was work. He became a workaholic, and that certain people actually have certain ways to deal with it. Some people like to have a drink or smoke a cigarette, smoke a spliff or whatever, just to cope with that moment. But it numbs the pain temporarily. That's what it does. It always numbs the pain. But I can tell you for a fact, right, going through it, everything's fixable. Everything's fixable. There's nothing in this world that's unfixable. Okay, you just gotta, whether it's beef with your mom and dad, or whether it's like work has been so hard and whatever. There's always a way to fix it. So look, if you ever you guys like play PS5, but it's coping mechanism 100%. Just like when you're boredom, you're looking for stuff to cope with it. But everything's fixable. If you guys are ever feeling low or feeling down or having a really bad moment, you guys can say in the chat if you feel open to do it, or if you want to DM me, you can DM me. I'm more than happy to take my time to spend some time with you guys as well. Okay, so don't think this stream is just about trading and just about looking for. Let's not be fucking boring like that. Fuck that shit. Let's just be legit. You know what I'm saying? Let's be legit and help people. Meditation works exactly. David's got it. Really helps, being in that Zen mode, being in that the right frame of mind. But yeah, like I said, if ever you guys are actually being, feeling like that down moment, say so. Just say so. The best thing you can do is just speak out. Don't fucking keep that in. Trust me. Keep that in. It's just gonna burn the shit out of you, and it's gonna be horrible. Makes things hard. Makes things a lot more harder, right? I'm just saying this now. I'm not saying that anyone's depressed or anyone told me any stories about it. I'm just saying it as a reminder. I've been through it too, so don't feel alone. I'm here. I'm always going to be here as much as possible until the moment that God decides to take my last breath. So anyway, let's move on to Doge. So we've done the EBTC, we've done Ethereum and whatnot. Actually, no, before I carry on, EBTC. What's the EBTC saying? Right, we had a massive rally up. Massive fucking rally up. I mean, like, I'm not going to lie to you. I did think we're going to find some resistance up here and break down, and that would be the deviation of the mid range. I didn't anticipate this move to go up there, but I'm happy to play the move up until it's proven otherwise. So what's happening now on EBTC? What time is it? It's an hour and 10 minutes. We're going to end this quite soon, actually. We're coming into an area of, let's have a look. I need to have 4 hours. Let's see, so there we go. Okay, so we're coming to some sort of resistance, and the resistance that is coming off is right over here. So you see this particular candle there. This is the resistance right here, right? And you can clearly see, right? support, 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 then we lost it. And all we've done, we come back to there, full retest, 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 retest. It's resistance. It's going to be a resistance until proven otherwise. So, which means that we can come back down for a pullback off this, and that will be a range band consolidation, breakout, retest, hold above it, then we play it back up to this range over here, and we step back into it, reclaim this this box over here. Then we can play it back up to this high over here, and then see if we can squeeze up to these highs, and that's it. And then we'll see what happens there. I don't really know if we're going to go up higher. I don't care if we go higher. If we do, I can always get back on board off this high itself. That will be the confirmation for me to go on longs. But if we could do this like that, and then still be like this, and just a range band environment, it's could well do that. And all it's done something like this. Find support temporarily, lower, that's the higher high, lower high, lower low, lower high, comes back down, finds support, bang, it sells off. That's well possible to do. It's like a fucking crown right there. What the fuck? But that's Ed's been through it as well, man. 100%. Like, we're all here. I mean, like, in the country club is really good, man. We all very, very supportive to one another. Pirate saying studying psychology brought me back from hell. 100%. I'm really, really happy. Pirate's a fucking lovely person, man. To be honest, everyone in the thingy in the country club are beautiful people, but they're amazing, amazing people. What are you saying, Zenek? How you doing? Good to have you here, my brother. So that's what we're looking for. Oh, my battery died on my phone like a bastard. Never mind. So let's carry on. Let's keep working on this, right? Actually, you know what? Before I carry on, down dashboard. Let me bring this up. Where's the fucking playlist? 1 minute. No. Where's the fucking... Let me bring this over here for a second. Right? Bring that there. Right. Let me just bring... I'm just going to bring up the chat. That's what it is. Content. Live. Just so I can see what everyone's saying. Do you know what? I think it's being a bitch at the moment. 1 second. Live streaming. There we go. There we go. That's it. Right. And let me bring this over here. And then I can see what everyone's saying. Right. So the chat should come up. And remember that. Cool. So that's what we're looking for EPDC. Now EPDC. I'm going to squeeze in Doge and I'm going to call it a day. Right. And that'll be the end of that. It's in charge. So yeah. Where's Doge? Fuck is Doge? Doge. Right. So this is the range band we're playing in here. From this low to this high. You see, mid-range has resistance, 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 resistance. I'm still looking for 16.7 cents to be acting as resistance. Now, what's happened here, right, quite interestingly enough, is on the 1 hour, we found support, right? We were choppy around here in this area. I entered that range low at 12 cents. As soon as I entered in, I told the guys I entered in, all right? And I held it through. And for those who actually follow the, Twitter, you guys saw me throw a chart like this, for example, like that, and I was saying that this area in particular we need to hold a support, and we did hold a support there, this area here, and then we come back there and find support, find resistance off this area, and bang, motherfucker, off we go. Now you can come back down and retest off this area. I don't really mind. I don't really give a shit, right? I'm in spot buys. If it comes back down here, I'm quite happy to start looking for longs, right, on like validation over here, and then validation would be here. Sorry, that's wrong. That would be my stop loss, but invalidation will be here, playing it back down to up this side, yeah? And because what we're looking for is to play it back from range low to mid-range, right? And then from the mid-range, we'll see what happens, right? If we get to the mid-range, we'll fall above it, let's go to range high. We'll see how it goes level to level. Now, going down the 15 minutes, right? How this is working out, let's have a look, right? So we know in particular, we've got a range band environment here, right? What is the range? This is the high. So that's the high and that's the low. And that's the range that it's been playing in, right? So let's just hide everything off there. We know that's that there. And then mid-range would be coming around here. Which makes sense, right? We've come back down. We're making lower lows, right? We're making a new lower low. We lost that low there. If we hold above it and show us bullish market structure from this high, and then we can go squeeze up to these highs and then go to 16.7 cents. From there, we'll see what happens. That's what we're looking for. But, right, coming into this area, if we come back up here, find resistance, break down, right, gets down over here. This is a shorting opportunity to play back down, fill out the inefficiency over here, back into the mid-range. From the mid-range, see what happens. Now, if we hold above it, then we can play it back to range high and look for the breakout if it were to happen, right? So I'm still leaning bullishness on Doge. I've still got my spot buys. I'm still in spot buys on that. I haven't changed anything. Okay. Well, you just thinking you cut your Doge profit 1381. So the key point really from this, looking at this, right, is literally this area here. Let me just delete all this. And they say you can't play level to level. It's level to level, man. This is level to level. Look, this level is not made up from this level here. So, but anyway, look into this area here. So this, in particular, I'm looking at this block of fuck off. This block in particular, that's what I'm looking for, right? That's what I want to see, right? The fact that we've come into this consolidation, broke up, found support, and then we lost it, it's not looking good. Already it's giving me signs of it's giving me bad signs, right? Bad vibes already, right? For more of a pullback play, which is quite fine. I mean, I'm in spots, I'm quite happy to hold it. I can take some profits off, then look to reload around here, right? If we come back here and do some other, I'm happy to reload here. And then enter in with more position, probably 10% more on my Doge as it is already. And that'd be quite sweet to play back up on the higher prices. So, looking at this, right? Where's the fucking, let's get rid of that there. Looking at this is the low we're looking at there. If we come back up, find resistance starts breaking down, I'm happy to take a short over here, stop loss over here, play it back down. This is your confirmation over here, play it back down to range low. I'm actually quite happy to do that as a separate leverage trade as well, while keeping my spot backs, to be honest. That's the shorts itself, but like I said to you, if we get back up, just delete all this, we get back up and hold above it, and then you know what to do. Anyone who hasn't got in can start looking to buy. Watch out how these highs are. Let's not, if we swing fail this high, it's not fucking good, right? But what we want to see, find support of this and bullish price action, and off we go. Play it to the next level, 16.7 cents, and then the next one. All right, does that make sense? See you in a bit, pirate. And that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. That's pretty much the simple here. Play it short term today. Play it very, very short term. Little scalps here and there. I wouldn't recommend anything. Two things you could do is either you play short term and scalp trades today and looking tomorrow, or don't trade at all. That's the two options you have. It's very, very messy. Once FOMC is out of the way, then we have more of a clear read on what we're going to do, and then we can see a clear read of playing the market, of how the market wants to play. Okay, that's what we're looking for, and we'll see how it goes. And yeah, we'll call it a day. It's been nearly an hour and 20 minutes actually. So I appreciate you guys actually being here. Shout out to all you guys here. I really, really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for everyone for actually being participant of the show. And tomorrow will be 100 episode. Fucking hell, 100 motherfucking episode. That's nuts, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah, we'll call it a day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.